Hello everyone. I am the student of Bombay Teachers Training College, and in today's video we will learn about Science Exhibition and Science Corner, its significance and organization. So let's get started. Let us first understand what do we mean by Science Exhibition. It is a forum or a platform for display of scientific articles, activities, objects, pictures, charts, specimens, models, scientific toys, textbooks, encyclopedia, and etc. In most school, functions like Parents' Day, Sports Day, Annual Day are regular featured. Similarly, every school must conduct a science exhibition annually. Articles, models, and exhibits prepared by the students under the guidance of teachers should be exhibited and demonstrated. A science exhibition is a long-term project which can span several months. Students conduct most of the science exhibition's work on their own outside of the classroom with periodic scheduled check-ins with their science teachers. The pictures that you all can see on the screen are of science exhibitions of different schools that students along with their teachers and organization committee have arranged. Now, what is the need for science exhibition and corner? Science exhibition is an excellent opportunity for the student to display their work prepared in their science club. They gain a better understanding of experiments and methods when they prepare models. By organizing science exhibitions, students not only develop manipulative skill but also communication skills. Exhibitions enhance students' hidden creative skills. A sense of responsibility and self-confidence will develop. Exhibition also exposed to the parents and others the type of work the students were engaged in school. Students feel good, confident, and encouraged when they are appreciated for their work. Students from different science clubs and schools can interact with each other. They could share their views, ideas, and future work and could come up with great ideas for the development of science. The respective science clubs organize science exhibitions usually. Of late, various government agencies are encouraging the organization of several fairs. NCERT and SCERT provide financial aid to encourage such fairs. For organizing any science exhibition, there are few steps that need to be followed to make the science exhibition a successful project. First is planning. Planning is an important aspect in organizing any science fair. It should be done well in advance. It could be about the procedure, factors, place of work, etc. The following aspects should be kept in mind during planning. A. Objective and aims of fair. Second, the scope of the fair. Third, procedure. Fourth, finance. Fifth, place, time and duration. And sixth is other factors and basic facilities. The second one is distribution of work. After planning, the work should be distributed among the participants according to their interests and talents. The work can be taken as individual responsibility or as a team. There may be different committees like advisory, executive, reception, etc. that could look after the different needs of the exhibition. The third is execution. The execution of the plan should be quick and systematic. The exhibition can be managed with the help of different committees and other programs like demonstrations, films, models, etc. are organized. Each exhibit should be self-explanatory with proper titles and simple explanation. One day before the exhibition, all the participants should be allowed to explain their work in front of the teacher and should incorporate the suggestions and corrections given by him or her. The exhibition can be inaugurated by some popular personality from the field of science. Students from different schools and subjects, people from all walks of life should be invited. Nominal entry fee could be charged for the general public. One is judging. Different committees of judges should judge the fair. Judgment may be based keeping in mind different criteria like originality of the concept, technical skills, simplicity, neat presentation, and most importantly, scientific approach. The judgment gives the students the required feedback from many people and not just science teachers. Judges can be administrators, other teachers, student teachers, member of the committee, parent, volunteers, etc. The fifth one is evaluation. After the completion of the fair, the teacher and students should evaluate it and see whether the objectives were fulfilled or not. Any mistake committed should be improved upon in the next exhibition. According to one study conducted by Bingman, the students who take part frequently in science fairs develop interest in science, choose science-related careers, and have the ability to perform classical, perceptual tasks, etc. Therefore, the concept of science exhibition should be encouraged in each and every school. The significance of science exhibition are: students apply the scientific method to solve a problem of their choice. Students formulate hypotheses, ask questions, then design experiments to test those theories. Students take notes, organize their findings, and draw conclusions. Students present their scientific findings. Students cooperate with each other. They set up a time budget, divide their work into manageable portions, adhere to a plan, and assign tasks. Students make use of their computer reading, writing, and research skills. Science fairs have a significant impact on people's intellectual and cultural lives. Science fairs have a benefit for society, the mind, the soul, and education. They help students grow academically, socially, intellectually, and psychologically. Science fairs are a fantastic venue for students to engage in healthy competition and showcase their academic strength, finding and fostering scientific talents, and identifying and nurturing students' talent. Students participate in group projects and science fair activities where they learn a variety of skills that cannot be acquired in a traditional classroom setting. Students that assist in planning the fair gain a greater knowledge of the rationale behind experiments and the methodology employed. It serves as a fantastic source of inspiration and motivation for promoting science as being engaging, popular, and beneficial to the community. The scientific fair is a great way to introduce community members and parents of the local school to the science work that is being done. The innate urges to build, acquire, and be curious are all satisfied. The students acquire a good taste and interest for scientific research and problem solving. Type of exhibits. A science exhibition may combine a variety of exhibits addressing various facts of science. Display could include fascinating experiments, diagrams, working models, specimens gathered during outings, the application of scientific ideas to everyday life, etc. The following displays should be included in a typical science exhibition. First is model, second experiments, third charts and diagrams, fourth specimens, and fifth is improvised apparatus. The pictures that you all can see on your screen are of different exhibits that are being prepared by the students to be put on during the science exhibition so that the people arriving in the science corner can have a look and learn from it. Values. There are several values that are being inculcated during the science exhibition. The first is they possess moral, intellectual, psychological, and educational values. The kids' innate urges to build, construct, acquire, etc. are satisfied. These fairs are far superior than classroom settings for learning and comprehension for students. The abilities and talents of a students are encouraged and appreciated. Science-related talents can be found and fostered. Along with the significance, science exhibition also has few limitations, and they are: first is cost. Attending and organizing science and technology exhibitions can be expensive. Crowdedness. It can be tough to completely enjoy an exhibition when it's crowded and busy. Third is limited access. It may be difficult for members of the general public to attend exhibitions that are only open to specific demographics such as scientists and researchers. The fourth is inaccurate information. Some exhibitions could contain material that is inaccurate or deceptive, which can affect the public's knowledge of science and technology. The fifth is unsustainable. Science and technology exhibitions can consume a lot of energy and resources as well as produce a lot of garbage. I hope that this video was helpful for you all to understand what do we mean by science exhibition, how a science exhibition is being organized, its significance and limitations. Thanks for watching.